Hello, how are you? How are you? Today we bring you a video about tibial periostitis. It's going to be a little bit of an explanation of what it is, what causes it, and how to treat it from home. So if your shin hurts, stay tuned to the video we're going to give you. First, let's do a self-massage, okay? We are going to take a little bit of cream and we're going to put it not on the fingertips, okay? And we are going to start by massaging the tibialis anterior muscle, okay? Which is this muscle that goes around here, right next to the tibia. What are we going to do? We're going to spread the cream a little bit, okay? And from here, we're going to make longitudinal passes upwards, okay? With the fingertips. From here, going up a little bit at a time, okay? We're going up, 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 okay? And repeat. If we notice any particularly painful point, that we stay there squeezing, okay? With the fingertips and keep that pressure for about 30 or 60 seconds until it decreases, and then we continue the pass. We are going to start close to the tibia, and then we are going to lateralize a little bit towards the outside. The first passes are going to be here, and then we are going to go little by little lateralizing outwards to the outside. The second target muscle is going to be the tibialis posterior, okay? The tibialis posterior has this pathway here, okay? So it's exactly the same. We're going to take a cream. I can do a little bit better with my thumb in this case. Thumb. I'm going to apply it here a little bit on my thumb. And we're going to run it from the tibial malleolus, from this little ossicle, and upwards more or less around here, okay? Well, in this case, you can go up or down depending on how you're more comfortable, okay? So we're going to do these passes. It's a muscle that's a little bit deep, right? So it's going to take a little bit of pressure to get to it. But don't go through and don't hurt yourselves, okay? So we're going to work on both the tibialis anterior and the tibialis posterior for 2 to 5 minutes on each, okay? Doing slow passes. Going deep into all this musculature. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to do a kinesio tape bandage to unload the area a little bit, take a little bit of stress off the tibia in this case, okay? So I've already left the strips cut there. We're going to take a long strip that's about the length of our tibia, okay? Then we're going to remove the paper, okay? And we're going to glue it from the bottom up with a little bit of tension, okay? Following the edge of the tibia, we remove the rest of the paper and increase the tension. Right there, okay? Following the bone all the way to the top. Now, once this first strip, we are going to locate our point of pain because generally periostitis hurts more in one point than in another, okay? So we are going to simulate that I have the point in the lower zone, which is where there is usually, and we are going to enclose it with 2 active tension strips, okay? Then we're going to break it in the middle, and from here, we are going to put 100% tension on it, okay? And we're going to go around the pain area, okay? Exactly the same. The area would be right in the middle between the 2 active strips. Okay, we're going to go all the way up and stick it on, okay? And here we would have a quick bandage that you'll see as you put it on, you'll feel some relief from your periostitis. The pain of periostitis is usually felt as a pressure, stabbing or burning pain in the lower part of the shins and can be made worse by physical activity. So we have already relaxed our musculature first with a massage, then we have applied a bandage to relieve the stress on the area. Now we are going to start strengthening the 2 main muscles involved. First, tibialis anterior. How are we going to work it? We're going to lean our back against the wall, okay? We're going to slightly bend our knees, okay? And from here, what we're going to do is, without taking off our heel, we're going to lift our toe off, okay? Here. And we're going to do it alternately because even though we have the injury on one side only, it's good for us to work bilaterally, okay? So we're going to lift, hold for a second, and then lower, then the opposite side. We hold for a second, and then we go down, okay? It's an exercise that seems very silly, but if you start to do it at home, I'm telling you that when you do 10, 12 repetitions up to the 15, 20 that we have to do, the area will start to itch a lot, okay? So we are going to work in 2 series of 15 or 20 repetitions on each foot, of course, and holding the contraction up a little bit. We hold for a second and then we go down. We hold for a second, and then we go down. And we're going to work in 2 sets of 15 or 20. Second exercise for the tibialis anterior. As you've seen, I've put a rubber band here. We've tied a chair to it. If you have someone at home to help you, all the better, okay? From here, what we're going to do is, the ankle is going to be fully straight down, and now we're going to go against the rubber band. There, we're going to hold for a second. We feel the contraction in this whole area, and we go down slowly, okay? We go up, we hold the contraction, and we go down slowly, okay? Try to keep your knee straight when you do it, okay? Don't bend it. Knee stretched and supported, and we generate this purely ankle movement, okay? Don't pull the quadriceps at all. The motion has to originate from the tibialis anterior, okay? And we're going to do 2 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions. Tibial periostitis is an inflammation of the periosteum, the membrane that covers the bones, in this case at the front of the tibia. This pain is very common among runners and people who practice high-impact sports, or in people who start doing sports without a good progression of the load. Let's move on now to strengthening the other muscle involved, the tibialis posterior. Okay? We're going to need a tennis ball or a ball that's soft that can be compressed, and we're going to place it between our heels. Okay? From here, we grab and squeeze with our heels. It's important that we're always squeezing the ball. And from here, while keeping that pressure on, we're just going to stand on our tiptoes. Oh, and we're going to go down slowly, okay? Important component of squeezing the ball, because if not, it would work the calf more. And by squeezing, we work the posterior tibialis, okay? Simply, in this very simple movement, we're going to perform it in 2 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions. Second exercise to work the posterior tibialis. You can see I've sat on a chair and I've crossed the leg that I'm going to work on over the opposite leg. Whether with the foot that we're not going to work, we step on a rubber band, and with the other one. And then with the other one, we put it right here on the front part of the foot. Now from here, the movement that we're going to work on is going to be step on a pedal and then rotate up the plant, okay? As much as you can. So I'm going to put this plantar flexion in and then rotate up a little bit. Okay, plantar flexion, twist up. We're going to feel the contraction and the tension of the movement throughout this area right here, okay? So we're going to do 2 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions of this movement. But the important thing is to mark it well, that we're going to go down and then up as much as you can, okay? We hold the contraction for a second, and then we return the movement. Once again, downwards, upwards, and slowly move it. And we do 2 series of 15 to 20 repetitions, and always with both. This injury is usually generated in runners and high-impact athletes, usually by a weakness of the tibial muscles, which generates that much stress falls on the tibia and superior osteo. Finally, after strengthening, we're going to stretch the generally hypertonic muscles in the area, okay? We're going to work the calf first. We're going to stand on the wall, or stretch here, okay? Just feeling all the stretch all over this area, okay? We're going to hold it here. Okay, very important. When you have this injury, we have to reduce the exercise that's causing that kind of pain, okay? A second stretch, we're going to do the soleus. Very similar. But what we're going to do is we're going to bend the knee a little bit, okay? Generating this position right here, okay? We're going to hold it, and now the stretch is going to focus a little bit lower, more in this area. Okay? We hold it for 30 seconds. And also this injury is going to be important when we have pain, as to apply 8 or 10 minutes of ice to the area. Last stretch, tibialis anterior. All this musculature. We are going to take the big toe and we are going to turn here a little bit, noticing tension over this whole area, okay? We'll hold it here for about 30 seconds. And last piece of advice, if your pain is very recurrent, I advise you to go to a podiatrist and have a study of the footprint. I hope we have helped you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And as we always say, until next time and beyond, goodbye.